Bluesky versus Threads. In this video, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about two of the newest next gen of social medias. Now, these two are called Bluesky and Threads, and they are very similar applications in retrospect to each other. Now, Threads, as we all know, is the parenting or the child company of Instagram. Now, Blue Sky, on the other hand, is a lot like X. Now, both of them do resemble a lot with Twitter or, X now, and the features that they give you are quite similar to each other, but obviously they do have their differences. So, my job is to tell you what features do they have, how do they differ with each other, which one is better than the other, and which one is best for you with the demographic that you are living in. Now, I'm going to be talking about them in great depth and detail. So, without further ado, let's get straight into their details. Now, first of all, Blue Sky versus Threads. It's a deep dive into the next gen. Now, the digital landscape is totally shifting. As Twitter, which is now X, continues to evolve under Elon Musk's direction, users have begun exploring alternative platforms that promise a return to community driven values, decentralization, and more transparent algorithms. Now, two such contenders are Blue Sky and Threads. Now, they have emerged as frontrunners in this post Twitter ecosystem, each with its own ideology, architecture, and user base. Now, while both aim to reinvent how we connect all our online, presence, they approach the problem from radically different angles. So first of all, let's go ahead and talk about Blue Sky. Now, Blue Sky, you can see how similar it actually looks to X or Twitter. If you are a frequent Twitter user, this shouldn't be difficult to get along with because the ease of use is absolutely out of this world. And it's a pretty simplistic software to get affiliated with. You can also create an account pretty easily. There's no special requirements for it. Then you have your main settings section with everything. But let's dive deeper. Blue Sky originated as an internal project at Twitter, championed by a man named Jack Dorsey during his tenure as CEO. Now, its mission was and still is to build a decentralized social protocol that could power a new generation of interoperable social media networks. Blue Sky was finally launched in public beta in 2023, so it's quite new. Operating as both a protocol, which is the AT protocol, and a standalone app that demonstrates what decentralized user first social media could look like. Now, if you don't understand decentralized, basically anything decentralized is something like crypto, NFTs, mint tokens. So obviously, it's a chain of something that's not on the mainframe of the internet, but in the backlogs of it. So Twitter and X, as we all know, everything is in the mainframe, everything is really out there. Blue Sky, on the other hand, is all on the backframe, so you don't have to worry about losing any of your data. And obviously, there's newer users, so it's not as filled up, as not as toxic as the Twitter workspace right now. Now, as its core, Blue Sky emphasizes data portability, algorithmic choice, and user autonomy. Users aren't just signing up for another app, they're joining a network where they own their content and can choose which algorithms serve them posts. So think of it like the WordPress of social media. The protocol provides the plumbing, but users and developers can build diverse experiences on top of it. And obviously, when it comes to the features, you can see that it does give you a lot of same things like the features you have on X. So let's say I want to go ahead and write in a post for myself. So to write in a post, just go over to your feed. You can follow people up, in whatever way you want. And to obviously create a new post, just go over to new post, make sure you have confirmed your email, and you can go ahead and post, comment, reshare, like, etc. Now, let's move over to Threads. Now, what is Threads? Threads, on the other hand, is Meta's answer to Twitter's changing identity. Now, again, Threads was also launched recently in mid 2023 and tightly integrated with Instagram. Threads presents a familiar, frictionless experience for users already embedded in Meta's ecosystem. It benefits from immediate network effects, a massive user base, seamless sign up through Instagram, and brand familiarity that few competitors can match. Now, unlike Blue Sky, Threads is centralized and closed source. It leverages Meta's infrastructure, moderation system, and data collection strategies. Now, while the company has expressed interest in integrating Threads with the decentralized activity protocol, which is basically used by Mastodon, this functionality remains limited and mostly aspirational. And obviously, when it comes to the feature of Threads, what you can do is you can simply log in or sign up with Threads with a different account, or you can even log in with your Instagram. And again, it's quite similar to X, like, comment, reshare, send, and then as we go on, you have your followers list and so on. Now, when it comes to the blatant comparison between Blue Sky and Threads, I must say, where Blue Sky leans into openness, Threads, on the other hand, focuses on scale and simplicity. Now, you can see the difference in them. This is more like X. This is, a bit like X, but it has more of its own look. It's more minimalistic, more simplistic. Now, Blue Sky gives users the ability to export their very own social graphs, customize content ranking algorithms, and even host their own instance of AT protocol. It caters to power users, developers, and those who value transparency and a lot of control. Threads, by contrast, offers a polished UI, algorithmically curated feeds, and rapid iteration based on user feedback. Its integration with Instagram makes onboarding effortless. Your friends are already there, and so are your followers. Threads is designed for mainstream users who want Twitter style conversation without leaving the meta universe. So, when it comes to talking about pros and cons, now Blue Sky's biggest strength is its absolute commitment to decentralization. Users aren't locked into one platform or one provider. They can take their content and audience elsewhere as well, much like how emailing works. It also fosters a community driven culture where moderation and algorithms are transparent and, in many cases, customizable. However, the platform is still in beta and its user base remains niche and fragmented. The open nature can also lead to moderation challenges as content policies differ across servers. Now, Threads, on the other hand, meanwhile, offers unmatched scalability and polish. It's fast, visually clean, and immediately familiar. It feels like Twitter's calmer, more image friendly cousin. But it is centralized structure, which means users are subject to Meta's data policies and algorithmic black boxes. Now, the lack of chronological feed control or custom filters can be frustrating for those seeking more control over their experiences. Now, as of 25, Threads boasts over 150 million users thanks to Meta's strategic cross promotion through Instagram. So, most of the people on Instagram are on Threads. Blue Sky, on the other hand, is growing steadily, remaining below 5 million users, concentrated mostly among technologists, journalists, and digital privacy advocates. This disparity means that casual users are more likely to find friends and active communities on Threads, at least for now. Now, Blue Sky also remains ad free and community funded for now. You can see that there's no ads, there's no, different types of, you could say, advertisements or different types of commercials showing over here. Now, through future monetization, might involve paid hosting, premium features, or decentralized tipping models on Blue Sky. So that might be something to look forward to. Threads, unsurprisingly, follows Meta's ad driven playbook. While it currently lacks traditional ad slots, monetization is expected to roll out full in late 2025, particularly once Meta begins leveraging Threads data across its broader ecosystem, which is mainly the ad ecosystem. So, if I were to give you a verdict on which one is better, choosing between Blue Sky and Threads ultimately comes down to your priorities. If you value ownership, transparency, and the potential to shape your social media experience from the ground up, Blue Sky offers a compelling and, if still emerging, alternative. If, however, you want a more seamless plug and play platform that works well today with rich visuals and a bustling user base, Thread delivers. It's pragmatic, well integrated, and backed by Meta's considerable resources for better or for worse. Now, both platforms represent a shift away from the Twitter model, but they do so on fundamentally different philosophical and technical terms. Whether you lean forward towards open source idealism or mainstream convenience, the post Twitter world now offers meaningful choice, and that's a win for everyone. So, that is pretty much all there is for this video. Do let me know down in the comments below which one of these two you chose for yourself. Drop down a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.